Hi guys, it's Belle here and it is day 26 of hashtag Creep on June. First I wanted to show you something I did to yesterday's tag that I did off camera. The first thing I did was add this cross charm to the key. I'd actually thought it would look better if put under the brad, but obviously I stuck the brad down on the other side and that wasn't possible, but I did that. And I also added some crypt paste. Can you see that, guys? And it's picked up some of the ink, so it's got this kind of greenish tinge that matches the green in the tag. I also added just a little bit up here and a little bit here. And I just think that completely finishes yesterday's tag. So, wanted to share that with you. Today, guys, we're going to make some embellishments. So, I saw something on the Friendly Quails channel. She's doing, I think it's Try It Out Tuesday, which reminds me of the series that I started but haven't really done much in, called Inspired By, where she tries something she hasn't done before that she might have seen somewhere else. And I think she said that she saw this on Angie Garcia's art channel. Anyway, I'll leave the Friendly Quails channel video down below. You can go check it out. So it is this, which is it's a tab for a book page. So I'll show you. So imagine this was a page in your journal. These, because they open, would attach onto there. You'd have a bit of fabric poking out, as you would see on the other side. And then you'd have this. This is probably too wide. I could have probably stitched it nearer to the paper clip, but that's okay. And yes, you use a paper clip. So we're going to make some of those, just a couple, and we're also going to make some page ephemera embellishments. Now, I love using these in my journals, but we've been doing some hidden journaling spots on this channel during June, so we're going to try one of those. So I want to try one of those first because I kind of know what I'm doing. So I've got some paper. When I mean I know what I'm doing, I know obviously how to make journaling ephemera. No, embellishments, scrappy embellishments for the side of pages. Come on, Belle, where's your words? I am not measuring this. I'm just thinking if this was going to be on a page, I wouldn't want it much bigger than this. That's what I'm thinking. And this is just for those of you who like measurements, even though I haven't measured it, I've just done this by eye. This is roughly 1 3/4-ish inches, roughly. Again, I haven't measured it. And I also haven't made any of these. So we're going to see how it goes because, as I said, I haven't made... I'm wondering if I want it to have an extra tuck spot area. We are going to be adding, say it with me, guys, some magnets. But the thing is, I'm not going to actually be able to complete the magnets on here. What did I do? What was that? The ruler moved as I did it. I'm not actually going to be able to complete the magnets on here, guys. Why don't I just use my tear ruler? It would work a lot easier, wouldn't it? Because the magnets would have to be stuck to the page that you're going to use these on. Well, this is just going all over the place. Are we surprised? No. No, we're not. So, yeah. So they will fold in. And you'll see what I mean once I start putting this together. I'm going to fold that bit in as well. And let's just burnish all of this down. And then, realistically, I need to think about the size. Where is my mini guillotine? The size of my pieces. Now I can always cut it down, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do this one at 3.5. Let's do the next one at 3.5 too, which leaves us with this little bit that I can use somewhere else. And this obviously is going to need a good inking all around. I don't know what we're going to see and what we're not going to see. But yeah, I thought do you know what? We've played a lot with hidden tuck spots, and I think I said in a previous video, I'm trying to use up some of the pieces, some of the leftovers that I have with this kit, which, you know, I have a lot. Okay, guys, so my son just needed me a moment. So whilst I was dealing with that, I also inked these. Now I've decided we're going to do one that opens this way. So it would be best on a journal page like this, and one that opens this way, which could work better on a different page. I kind of just wanted to play around with them so that they open differently. I'm also wondering if I want to just ever so slightly round the corners. It actually might not matter because they're going to be on a journal page, so you're not actually going to be able to really see it necessarily, but you know, I like the aesthetic, so that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. Now I pulled a few bits out for the first one just because I was playing with the idea. So this was in the kit. It was actually a whole journal. I don't know if I've got the other side somewhere. I mean, I will have it. Ah, here it is. So it was like this, and I just cut it in half because I thought it would work brilliantly for this. I just like it. It's got a little creepy photo of the little girl on it. You know, it's given me all the vibes. This obviously, now I'm looking at it, it's a bit too big. I've also got this bit of Tim Holtz ephemera. Just wondering. Actually, it might not matter because this fits. Okay, if I just trim it ever so slightly, after doing all that work and all that inking, but you know, we're doing something different here, so it will take trial and error. Okay, so now we're going to have this, and we're going to have this. And I don't mind that bit's down there, and you'll see why in a minute. Now, before I do anything, I need to know where to put the magnet for this. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to add the magnet just so it's on, it's out of the way. I'm going to put it a bit more over to the edge because I don't know where I'm going to sew as of yet, but I know I'm going to glue this all the way down. So yeah, I love doing page ephemera decorations and scrappy ones. I know I've done a couple of videos on them before. I will try and link those below. It's just a thing I love to do in my journals, mainly because I do really struggle. I'm making sure that's covered on that side. I really struggle with having a blank page. Ironically, when I'm purchasing journals often for my own use or making them for my own use, I almost always prefer them, if I'm going to be using them for my own journaling, to have blank pages. But I did not stick that on straight. Oh well, it's all right, we can work with that. This is going to go on like that. So it will actually, I'm trying to think, because if it opens, it would have to open. No, it's going to have to go on. Should we have it more like this? Because I need it flat for when this opens up on a page. So it's going to have to go on like that, which means I want to trim this little bit off. Now I could use scissors, but I can't cut straight, so it is what it is. Let's trim that and ink it up. Oops, sorry. What was I saying? Oh yes, so I love when I'm using them for my own personal journaling or words. I prefer ones that have no decoration on the page because I do a lot of writing or memory keeping. I use a lot of photos. I almost use them like scrapbooks in my personal journaling. So I just find it easier when they've got no page decoration. But when I'm actually making a journal, the idea, let me bring you down. There we go. The idea that I've got a little Tim Holtz flashcard here from his Halloween collection. The idea that when I'm making a journal that I should just leave the pages is just something I struggle with so much, guys. I really, really do. So I use stencils, I use stamps, I use all of that good stuff. I also have some fabric. So do I want, kind of want the fabric hanging a little bit. So do I want the word on top of that? It has to cover up that little bit down there. And I also pulled the moth that comes with the kit. Like I said, I want to use up some of the embellishments. Some of them I have several of the embellishments because I've used them. I'm now wondering where to place it because of having to open. So if I had that there, would that be able to open or not? I could have it at an angle. Okay, we're just going to play with it and do it as is, really, because I just want to have it be able to open. Got some of that as well. I think because I haven't used that burlap. Oh my gosh, guys, what is wrong with my words today? I think I'm going to use some of the cheesecloth that I've been using in the different projects. Yeah, so when I'm making my own journals, I really, really, really struggle to leave a page blank. I use stencils, I use stamps if it's got to be a blank page. I mean, I really struggle. Okay, I think I'm going to stitch that onto there. And this needs to go on as well. So this might need to be stitched slightly. Let's stick this down. And I'm going to stitch that onto there in a minute. Do you know what? Let's just glue a little bit because there's another bit that might need stitching. So there's no point doing it several times. Let's just do it all at once. Yeah, so I just want to use up some of the bits in the kit. I just want to make some fun extra little bits. I have some of these strings, which you would have seen me use these a couple of times because I like to use them with the moths and things. Yeah, I want to use some of the bits and just make something different. Now, I haven't made a journal for this challenge. But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if I was to make a journal, firstly, I would need, yes, I've got all the tags and I've got some pockets and flips and things like that. But I would need some other kinds of ephemera too. Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. We do have a little bat, but we've got a big moth, so I don't feel like we need the bat. I've just got this whole pot just full, guys, of little bits of ephemera for this thing. Let's have a look. What's this? Is that a word? We've already got a word, but a number might look cute. Poison. Oh, do you know what? I quite like the word poison there. Let's have the word poison. Yeah. So I was thinking, what else do we need? And I've got some ideas from some other bits, but only a couple of days left. So I definitely wanted to make some little page embellishments with some of the little scraps. I even printed some out even smaller. One, I was using them for other projects, and two, I just wanted them smaller. Oh my gosh, I think that's adorable and so easy to put together. Right, let's do this one. Now this one, I don't know what I want to use on this one. Got all these pieces. I wanted something creepy. See, any of these would work perfectly because they're smaller, they're a certain size. Oh, creepy, creepy girl. Oh, this creepy girl. We could put really creepy girl on there, couldn't we? But I also really like this image of this really, really creepy girl. Just creepy girls, guys. That's what we're going to use. Oh, I have this adorable bat. Oh my gosh, that would look absolutely adorable. But I think I want creepy girl. But do I want big creepy girl? No, I don't want big creepy girl. I want this one. And we are going to tear this down. I mean, I don't know if she's creepy. Maybe she's just a little girl who's seen something. You know? Maybe she's just a sweet, adorable little girl. And she's not the creepy thing. Maybe she's looking at the creepy thing. I don't need to judge her. It was unnecessary to judge her there. Who knows? Who knows what the creepy thing is? Right, so yeah, we're going to use her. And again, I'm going to stick the magnet down first. I don't know where the stitching is going to go, so I'm going to make sure it's away from any edge that could catch my needle. But I know I need it underneath. Ooh. Oh, yes. Loving that. I've just got so many little scraps that I'm thinking, let's use that up there. Oh, we got some writing here. We definitely need to use the writing. Let's use that. Let's use that. And obviously, we're going to put fabric on here. Do you know what? Let's just stick her down. And then I can play around with where I want other things to go. And then we can have a go at making 2 of the paperclip page tabs, fabric tabs, that I saw on the Friendly Quails channel. So, yeah, I am going to be making a concerted effort over today and tomorrow to make sure I am watching as many videos as I can. I know several of you have actually mentioned me in your videos that you're doing. So obviously I want to make sure, little thingy, I want to make sure, we've even got just this little scrap, look at that, that I watch your videos and see what you've made, because, you know, guys, I appreciate every comment, every new subscriber, everyone who mentions me in the video. I mean, you guys have really, really made my day every time I read a lovely comment, especially on videos that I have really struggled with. And then I get so many of you being so supportive about that video. I mean, gosh, I appreciate you all. I really, really do. Yes, you are going there. Let's stick you down before I start changing my mind. So I need to watch those videos. I think I said in a previous video, we are so busy at the moment. In fact, yesterday I was out all day. We went and saw my youngest, who's still at university, because him and his partner have a place there. So, and he's doing his masters. So they, their terms are slightly different. So whilst my other son is home now because his first year at uni is over, my other son is still there. Oh, we got some flowers. We need some flowers because I've been using them all over the place. So, you know. So we went and saw him, and we took him to a nearby seaside town, because where their uni is, there's just lots of coast and everywhere. But he hadn't been. We'd been to this place before, and he hadn't been. So he'd said, "Oh, I've got the day off," as Dad got the day off, because my partner's shifts can be a bit all over the place. And we were like, "Yes, we have that day." And he said, "Brilliant. Should we all go and do something?" We were like, "Yes, let's go do something." It's so lovely to just have the day to chill. And I can't tell you guys, we were by the beach, by the coast, and it was beautiful. Even though it's the hottest day I think we've had all year so far, or it was yesterday. It's feeling like it could get that way again today. I'm just using some of the Tim Holtz Curator ephemera bits because I like them. And we just went there and it wasn't even that busy, and it's such a beautiful little British coast. Seaside town, lots of really quirky shops and stalls and wonderful art, you know, beautiful artwork and of all different sorts that everyone's making. Yes, I like that one. And it was just so lovely. And then we went, you could walk up, the beach is so long, I mean, it's all coastline around there. And we walked up, and then there was like the hill, and you could just sit on a bench and just look out at the sea. And it was so still. Even though there were people on the beach and there were people sitting on other benches, it was so quiet, guys. It was, getting a bit of fabric, beautiful. It was really, it was just so peaceful. So peaceful. And we just sat there for a while, just enjoying our time and the view. Sorry, I'm cutting a bit of sari silk. And, oh my gosh, guys, honestly, I could have stayed there all day because it was just divine. It really was. I love adding these to pieces, but I don't think I need it. So anyway, sorry, sun needed me again. So it was beautiful. It really was beautiful. And it was just so nice to be there with the boys. And, you know, I'm going to stick that on. And then I'm thinking there needs to be something else. I'm probably going to add, say it with me, guys, if it's not a magnet or flip or flap, it's probably going to be a bat. Yes. And it was just what we needed, you know, a bit of chilling out. As I said, my youngest is doing his masters and it's demanding. And he's on his final piece for that, and I think he just needed a bit of a break. He was just like, yeah, we just meet up, Mum, and go somewhere. We were like, of course. Amazing. Always. Whatever you want to do. I really do want a word, but the difficulty is this is so small. This little piece here. We've got the word spooky. That would work. These are Tim Holtz words. These aren't my favourite. I'm going to say it, that he's brought out. I mean, obviously I've bought them because they're Halloween. I have a problem, guys. I have a problem. I need something down there and I don't know what I need. And I'm having a look to see if it's some more paper. So I'm going to try a bit of that. Bring in a little bit of the blue maybe. Let's try that. So yes, it was just a really lovely day, but it did mean I did not have time. I should have stuck this before I put those labels on, but we can work around it, to film at all because we were out the whole day, which I don't regret because it was beautiful. I don't even know where I was going with all this. And I know I've covered that one up a bit more, but I mean, we've got the other ones. Oh, yeah, I could have just sat there, honestly. I said to my partner, you know, I wish we lived right here so that every day I could go out and just sit with a book or something and just really enjoy sitting there. Wondering about bringing in a bit more black lace. And it was so funny because in the UK, I'm not sure if you guys know internationally, but here in the UK at a lot of beach towns we have these cute things, these beach huts, and the ones here were so adorable. They'd been painted lots of bright colours, which is always lovely to see. And you can own them or rent them usually, but you can own them. And it just means they're just a little place. You can fit like a table, maybe a small bed, maybe like it'd be a very small bed. There might be a cabinet in there or something, and you can sit in there if you own them and just enjoy the space. But what I really liked was we were down there and I saw this group of ladies in one. There must have been 3 or 4 ladies, and they were all sitting there. They put a table outside and they all had their, I'm looking for like a, what they called, tab. Let's see if I've got one in here. They all had their knitting. I do have one, not that one, maybe this. They all had their knitting and crocheting, and they were all just sitting in the sunshine at the beach. Not bright sunshine, but you know. I was wondering if I wanted to put a tab on there. That's why I was looking for a tab, because I kind of like that too. I don't know. But yes, we need a bat, so I need to find a small bat. Oh, I do have one. They were just all sitting there chatting, had their drinks, you know, nice cup of tea, because the British drink tea in any weather. And, you know, a few snacks, all sitting around crafting. And I just thought, how perfect is that? I mean, honestly, guys, how perfect to sit in the sun with your friends whilst you're all crafting and just having the loveliest time. How perfect, guys. I don't know if I like that there. Okay, I'm going to take it off quickly, and I know that's brought off some of the paper, but I don't think I like it there, which is fine because I think I prefer it here. Now, I know it looks a bit cluttered here, but I think I prefer it there. And you guys are probably shouting, no, Belle, no, it doesn't look right there. And maybe you're right. I can take it up again. Oh my gosh, indecision. I just feel like that's too dark, that there's too much there. Got a little bit more of this green that I could bring in, maybe. No, don't like that either. Unless I bring in, like, I've got one of the stamps from the kit and I haven't used those anywhere. And then the back could go on the stamp, couldn't it? I really don't like that. I think there's a green stamp. That's what I think. I've got other things to do. And here's me. Oh, we've got the word declined. Unless I do just put... there's the green one. If I do just put... Sorry if I knocked you guys. A tab there. Maybe there. And then we could put something underneath it and then put the bat on top of it. Okay, cool. So yeah, they were all crafting and I just thought how wonderful to sit with your besties on a beautiful day, listening to the sounds of the waves whilst you're crafting. I mean, that sounds pretty much like a perfect... Oh, do I want it that side instead? It sounds pretty much like a perfect day to me. And it was just so lovely to see. So, yeah, that's what we did yesterday. But it just meant I didn't have time to film. And which is fine because, you know, we can't film. Have to do other things too. Although this is nearly at an end, so do I really have to do anything else? And it was just so nice. We went for the nicest meal as well. We went to this wonderful restaurant. Do I want that on there? Where's the back gone to? Do I want that too? Is it too much? I feel like that is too much now. Is it that bat? Is that what the problem is? I don't think I have any others. I don't think I have any others that, you know, the Tim Holtzy ones that are small enough. They're all really, really big, like this one, which I just feel like is too big. And that's the only ones I have left, I think, that I can find. Maybe a bug. Hold on. Let's pull some Tim Holtzy ephemera out. Do I want a bug? No, that's too big as well. I don't know what I want. Slightly bigger bat. Right. Okay, that was it. I needed a bigger bat, but not as big as that one was. Does that make sense? Not as small as that one was. And not as big as the other Tim Holtz one. I just knew there was something. It probably could have done with some stenciling, actually. And that would have been fine too. So there we have those, which I actually think are rather adorable. I mean, to be honest, this could go on either side of a page. Oh, I love those. Okay, let's get started on the thing I've never made before, shall we? Even though that took forever. So we've got this. So it's fabric with a paper clip. So I'm going to grab another piece of fabric just to show you. Again, I will link the Friendly Quails video down below. Do go check it out. So I've just got this, and obviously, and you can do them any size. Now this one has the paper clip there, so I want the other one to have the paper clip. I'm trying to think. That would go on a page that way. So I've rusted some. I've used alcohol inks to really rust up or give it an effect. And I'm just going to slot the paper clip on, like so. You could use any size of paper clip. Obviously, you need to make sure your fabric's enough to go through. And then, as I've done here, we can add some fabric. I'm wondering if I wanted to add some of this, just to give it a slightly different look to this one. But then again, I'm not sure I want to. Let's just do more of this lace, shall we? This bit. And then you're going to stitch a line to close the two pieces together. So if I turn this around, you can see you stitch it so that it opens almost like a book. So I'm going to do that to this one. I'm also going to finish stitching on the other thing that I just made, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so I stitched on this one, which you can see better when I open it. And I did add some stitching on this because I just felt it was missing. And then I've stitched the back of this. So again, it's going to open like so. And obviously I can stitch the rest of the fabric down too, because we're going to be sticking some things onto it. So that's those. Oh, and just to make sure that I remembered that I've got magnets on here before we get started on the other one, I say unable to pick up the magnets. I'm just going to stick a magnet on the back because this magnet would be stuck to your page. But so that I don't forget that there's magnets, I'm just going to use a bit of washi, because that way the magnet will stay on there and I can remove the washi and use it on the page. But it just means the magnet's on there in place and I don't use it and then go, oh my gosh, I got no magnets for that. Okay, let's get started on these. So we're going to use some images. Again, I've cut out loads of the images from the kit. I'm just going to grab a few. We've got the little weird priesty guy there. He's not weird. I don't know why I said he was weird. He's not weird. It's just creepy. We've got like images of the rooms. And once again, I can tear these down and just make them a bit smaller and a bit grungier. And we're just using things up, guys. because that's a good thing to do. And if you are making journals, like I said, it's nice to have a different kind of, do I just want the creepy people? They're not creepy. They're going to look creepy by the end of this. Do I just want them on there? I could take them out of the frame, couldn't I? Let's do that. Let's take them out of the frame. Yeah, I just want options for if I wanted to put all this into a journal. It's why I made some pockets, because I just wanted... Right, we've got those. Although, do you know what I do have? And I know I have it. I printed out a small version of the bat, which actually might look very cute on there other than the people, but we're going to definitely have the priest on this one. And let's just get decorating. So again, I'm just taking bits that are scraps that I've had lying around from using with the kit with all the papers. And I'm just going to start layering. I mean, you kind of saw me do this with the other one as well. But, you know. And the thing to remember is if you are going to then use stitching on here, guys, do not stitch the two pieces together. I mean, you can. It's not the worst thing in the world. You'll still have a tab. You'll just have, you won't have it on the other side of the paper, which, you know, it's okay. I want that there, I think. Do I like that like that? No. Do you know why I don't like that? Because it had a straight edge. And we don't want that. I've even got like a little weird hat. I even did a small version of the hat, guys. I don't know if I want the hat on here, but I'm going to ink it just in case. We're obviously going to have more fabric. I just can't not have the fabric. And that can get stitched as well. On top, maybe, like so. Again, I'm just going to look through my scraps and see what I've got. Oh, we got this piece, which is from a freebie in Tracy Fox's, on Tracy Fox's website. I think I want that there. Yep. Doopy-doo. I'm not sure how helpful this is to you guys, because I'm not even really thinking a lot about where I'm putting pieces. I'm just sticking ephemera pieces places. Yeah, I quite like that. It needs something. It needs something. Do you know what it's probably going to need? Let's be honest. It's probably going to need some of these. Oh, I'm so glad I restocked this, guys. I really, really am. Because, you know, I obviously use them a lot. I haven't put any music paper on any of these yet. I was just looking at it off to the side, and I'm just wondering if I want some music paper like so, with the lace over the top of it. No, I don't. Okay, tried it, didn't like it. It's all good. I've also got a plant. We can bring the plant in. No, plant has to go over the top. Like so. Doopy-doo. And then maybe that there. That's too bright. Maybe this to bring in the red of the declined over there. Maybe this can go underneath a little bit, so you're not going to see it as much, but that's okay. So, yeah, head on over to, I want this, it's looking too perfect. I think that's part of the problem. Head on over, shall we use the stamp? Because I didn't use it on the other one, and this is in the Tracy Fox kit. And I haven't used it in any other projects. So we could use the stamp because it still brings in the red. And I can still use the leaf. Let's do that, guys. Let's use something I haven't used. Let's start sticking these down. Did that get stuck down? I don't know. And let's scrunch up this edge too. I'm just using my nail. Normally I'd use scissors, but there we go. Yeah. Oh my gosh. There that goes. I'll put that maybe up here a bit more. We can't see it all. Okay, so that's like that. And maybe, do I want to bring in some green? No, but I will want to put some gilding on this. So yeah, it's just good to use the stamp because I haven't used them in any of the other pieces, and they are small pieces of ephemera. So they get up. Were you shouting at me, Belle? Put the lace on. And now it's got to go over the top of the stamp, but again, it's not the worst thing in the world. And we're going to gild that. Do I want to bring in some green? No. Sorry, I was getting my gilding paste. And I just want to do that. And then, okay, so the next bit that the Friendly Quail did is there were dangles. So I'm thinking I just grabbed some dangles. I'm wondering what I want here. We could have the cross. I've added crosses to a lot of my work, which is quite unusual for me. I've got some fun buttons as well. Oh, we've got a button here with a bit of gold on it, which might work. Or we've got one that's mother of pearl. I quite like that one. I love these. They're like cork. I like using these in my crafts. We've also got this dangle actually. So, or this. Do I like that with the gold? I've just got a whole few bits that you can see here. I've got one with a skull. I don't think that goes. And we've got a key. We could add a key too. Okay, so where is the way the Friendly Quail did it, which I think works brilliantly because, you know, it's the simplest course. You could obviously add a loop onto there, but you can also add it by bulb pin. So I'm trying to think what I want on first. And maybe this beautiful mother of pearl button. That could be enough. Let's add the key too, just because why not, and see how it looks. And then that would go onto there. And then let me show you, if you haven't seen their video, this would all open up and go onto your page like so. And then you turn it over and you'd see the fabric on that side. And then from behind it would look like that. And then you would have these dangles hanging out of it, which I really, really like. Okay, so I wanted to get some of the Tim Holtz words. I thought various departures or in the dead of night would work because I just feel like there's something missing. And when I feel like that, it's often a word of some sort, which I think is going to go here. But what I will need to do first is stitch onto there. So let's do the next one. We've seen that. You've seen me do that. Just going to glue down here. Oh, and I know what I want to add actually. Okay, good. I've just remembered about something. Honestly, I keep dropping things, guys, off my table. Welcome to the chaos. And I have this here. We have other papers too. I'm just looking. I've got this whole bag just full of scrap papers here. Could add some of this one. Some of the papers that have been used in the kit, or some of the offcuts from that would work actually. From the pieces that we've made. Yeah, this will work. Although I need to also tear this. Straight edges? Not unless they can be hidden. I'm thinking that would go really nicely with this. Oh my gosh. It almost looks like a picture on wallpaper. I think that's why it's working for me visually, even though I cut the frame off. In my head, this works so well as wallpaper. Although, again, that's not got a straight edge, but that's okay. It's got a straight edge. That's okay. And I'm going to stitch some of this, so yeah. Have this on. Oh my gosh, I love that. And I think I want some threads or some of the cheesecloth, maybe. Just a smidge. So I know I want to use that, so I'm just going to cut a piece so I know that I remember. Oh my gosh, love that. All right, what have I got? We've got the word wicked. This is not a Tracy Fox or a Tim Holtz piece, but it's something I had in my stash. Oh, see, that just goes so well. It's something I had in my stash, and I just thought, why not use it? Because the Release the Crafting ones are great. They're quite large, although I have printed them smaller at points, unless there is one. Funeral Warehouse. Oh my gosh, what about that? Funeral Warehouse. No, I don't like that. I took it off and now I don't like it. And they're always really hard to get back on. Do Leave Me Alone. Life and Death. No, I think I like the Wicked. Yeah, I like that one. That's what I like. Oh, that's what we're using, guys. That really ripped there. So let's just put that on there. This will also need inking up. I was going to try and use one of the itty bitties. The itty bitty things. Look, I printed the stamps and these out. So tiny. Let's get the skull one. So, because I had another idea to do with these, although I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do that for the challenge now. But they could work with this, which is all well and good. Right, let's get the word wicked on. Let's put a bit more of that stuff this way. Let's just get this on. Down there too. Kind of wanted you to be able to see the letters because it looks like the initials of the family. Okay, that works. And then we've got this. That could go. You know what it needs, don't you guys? Say it with me. It's going to need a bat. Maybe the tiny bat that we were going to use on the other one. We can use that on here. Let's have a look where I want it. Sometimes it just helps to have it with there. I feel like I want it down, but we're going to do some stitching, so maybe up there's the best idea. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's not overthink it this time, Belle. Let's put that there. Oh my gosh, where is the lid to that? Right, I'm going to go stitch these and then we're going to add the final embellishment. Okay, guys, so I stitched these. You can see it easier if I open it. So I've stitched it twice. Look at all these threads. Isn't it delicious? And then I stuck the word on it, In the Dead of Night. And then I've stitched on this one too. Again, so many threads. I don't actually mind some of them that long. I've stitched across here and there. So if I open this up again, you will see. Now, what I wanted to add to this is I have some. Now, I have a video on how I make these, which are, again, I will link below. But they're these embossed. I got the idea from Artie Mays. And then I did kind of my version of it. I like the one with the butterfly, but then I like the one with the flowers. Which flower one do I like? And I think I'm going to add one of these guys, and I think I'm going to add it with a loop. Do we like the butterfly one? I feel like these are grungier, so they look better. But then I really like the butterfly one. We're going to go for the grungier one. Yeah, I made some of these for, I think it was Shabby Creep earlier in the year, which was another challenge I was taking part in. And yeah, I was inspired by something I saw on Artie Mazes, and I'm wondering if I also want, let's add a bead to it as well, because why not? Let's do the most. Trying to think what bead I would like. I've got little spiders as well. Got a little Tim Holtz bat. Oh, I've got this little one with a heart. Let's see what that looks like on there. If I did it like that. I mean, the heart's quite cute, but I don't like it. Yeah, so I was inspired by an Artie Maze make. Just lots of inspiration today, guys. You know, lots of different videos and people, which is wonderful because, you know, we're in this crafting community. Oh, I might want one of these as well. This is literally just a piece from an old necklace. Let's put that on too. Maybe put it underneath this. And then I need to close this up. Like so. Oh, yes. All right, so this is how it now looks. So we've got this chain and some beads. And let's hold this up so you can really see the embossed. And you can see behind it. And we all know how I like that. So there's those two. Right, let's move everything out of the way without knocking it onto the floor. And let's see how they look on journal pages. So we have these. Now this would go on a journal page either way. And it would go on. You could actually add it as a tuck spot if you just glued these three sides down, remembering to attach the magnet to the page. Okay. You could then also use it as a tuck spot, and it just looks like a piece of beautiful ephemera. And then, guys, it opens up and you've got writing space, which you could even make it, if you did it like these three, it would have to be a very thin tag, but you could put a tag in the top. I mean, look how that looks on the page, guys. I think that looks lovely. This one would go this way because it would look great with the tab sticking out, because you could put an eyelet in the tab and add some dangles from it. I mean, imagine the butterfly hanging from that or something. It would look great, wouldn't it? And then again, this would open up for your writing space. And again, it could be a tuck spot. So we've got those. And then these would go on the page like so. I mean, oh, I love it. I mean, I love adding fabric tags anyway with charms and dangles. So this is just another way of doing that. So it would look like that on your journal, and then you would open it up, you'd have fabric on that side, and then from the back you would just see the paper clip really in the fabric tab. I mean, look how that looks, guys. And then we can add this one over here. Let's move them down so I can get them both on camera. And then that would hang off there with the key and the charm and the button. And then that one there. So yeah, guys, aren't these? I love these. I'm going to be making more of these for all my journals. We got those. And then we've got these fun pieces. Now, again, it's just using scraps, guys. So again, not a tutorial really, because these are things I haven't made before. Go check the Friendly Quails video out. Go check the Artie Maze video out for this. Check my videos too down below to see what I did for mine. And how I did mine too, because I actually used tea bags for mine, because that's how you can get some of this kind of grungy colouring by using a tea bag, and then I just mixed up, like this is too dark really, but I just mixed up the different embossing powders. I used both clear on this and also the Tim Holtz vintage photo. But there we go, we've got some page decorations for our creepy gothic journals. And obviously you can add some grit paste, you can add some crackle paste. I may do that and then show you in another video, but I just wanted to show you this for now. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please do check the description box for everything that I said, and I will be back soon. We haven't got many days left together, guys. Well, in the creep on June. Obviously, I'll still be making videos, but until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of creepy crafty fun. Bye for now.